For whoever this message is for, you found yourself in a current situation where you felt like you were being controlled by a person or a thing. This this thing or person had a lot of control over you. You kind of felt suffocated as well, powerless. You felt like you were under a spell, an illusion. But what you did, you started to pray. You started to reach out to God and the heavens to help you break free, to help you remove yourself from this situation or to break free from this spell, this addiction, something that was controlling you. You decided to detox yourself and your life from this. You you were going back and forth about this for like a while, a few months, maybe a few weeks, 2 months, 2 weeks or so, maybe even 8 months. But this was something that really had you in a chokehold. Like this really controlled your life. You decided to break free from this, and it wasn't easy for you. It may it took over 8 weeks, 8 days. If it was a person you found yourself addicted to, if it was like, coffee, anything, a substance, whatever it was, but this really had you bound. It had you controlled. And you really prayed, you really reached out to God, you really surrendered. You no longer are up in your head about it. You know that you need to do this to better yourself. So you took control of your life. You took control of the situation. You changed the narrative. And even though it was difficult for you, you called judgment. You called judgment on this thing or this person or this place or the situation. You called judgment. It could even you may have even had a lot of people coming up against you, okay, ridiculing you. You had a lot of people coming up against you in a certain situation, but you called judgment on this, or God called judgment on this, because you prayed about this and judgment was called. You took control, you prayed about it, and you became so optimistic. You started to be more optimistic for change because you know that it's time for change. You know that it's time to change your situation. It's time to change your life. It's time to make a big change because this was something that you contemplated for a long time. And you decided that you're no longer going to wait. You're no longer going to put off this. It's time for you to make a change. This could have been a love situation, but this love was no longer loving. It was no longer fulfilling. Even if it wasn't a person, you were in love with something. And you were realizing that instead of it bringing you joy and fulfillment, it was taken from you. It was draining you. It was just sucking your life force from you. So you decided that it's time for you to remove yourself and end this cycle. You ended this cycle. Okay? And you're grateful. You're practicing gratitude. You are practicing gratitude. You're changing your mindset. Your mindset is changing. You're changing the way that you look at things. You're changing the way that you view yourself. You're even changing the way that you view people in this situation. So if it was a lot of people coming up against you, you're not even holding a grudge. You are not bitter. You are changing your mind, your conscious mind. You're consciously making an effort to change. That is what you're doing. Even if you have to release family, friends, and places that no longer bring you fulfillment, you're doing this because you want a new beginning in your life. You are ready for a new beginning. You are ready. You may even be exploring more your creative side. So breaking free from this is allowing you to be more creative. It's bringing more inspiration to your life. You could even be an artist, or you love to paint, or you love to draw. You know, this is like 6 weeks, 6 months, or even 6 years, maybe 6 days. But you really putting in some hard work in changing. You're working on your self-love as well. And you're working on your worth, you know. Also, if this was a love situation, you know, you really loved this person and you found yourself going back and forth. If you want to even, you want to repeat that cycle. You find yourself going back and forth, but you're trusting your intuition. Whatever this situation is, you're trusting your intuition. And you are really focusing on building yourself up from ground zero. You're starting over. You're starting over. Because there was so much conflict. That situation brought you so much conflict. So this is why you're not going back and forth anymore. This is why you're focusing on, you know, the new beginning in your life. Focusing on your creativity again. You know, if you were an artist, or if you love painting, maybe singing, playing an instrument, if you love this is something that you're starting to do again. But you may be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. You may be faced with the illusion of fear. Yes, the illusion of fear. The energy of fear is surrounding you right now. But how you are transmuting this fear energy is by having fun, being creative, you know, working on building up your strength, your power in this big change that you're making, because you're really making a big change in your life. Whatever area it is, whether you're releasing something, whether you're releasing a person, a place, you're making a change. And whenever you have any fear-based thoughts, you're really combating that with fun, with joy. You're trying to remember the fun times, the joy times, and you're coming into some fun times. You're actually manifesting some fun in your life. You really are. Within the next 10 days, 10 weeks, you're going to see a big shift. You're going to feel the shift first, and then you're going to see the shift. You're definitely coming into a big change in your life. And this is because you really released the things that no longer serve you. Whatever it was that was keeping you bound, whatever it was that was keeping you stuck, whatever it was, you release that, you're moving forward, and you are not looking back. So whenever you may have dreams about this person or this thing, you know, from going through the detoxification of this situation, you know, but you're seeking out even mentorship. You're seeking out some professional assistance if you need to, because you know that you deserve the best. You know that you deserve fulfillment in this life. So you're making the necessary changes that you need to make in order to move forward. And you're surrounding yourself with good people, uplifting people, people that actually care about you. Because now you know what you deserve. You know you have the spirit of discernment. You're aware of when people don't mean you any good. And you know, if they're coming in with malicious intentions, you're aware. You're no longer fragmented. You're fully aware. You've made this change from the internal, from your mental state, like your consciousness. You've made this change, and you are committed to moving forward with this in your life. You're trusting God, you're trusting your angels, you're trusting your intuition, and you're moving forward with what is necessary for you to live a peaceful and joyous life. You are definitely moving forward. Moving away from all of the things that was keeping you stuck, whatever it was. So if this message resonates with you, please feel free to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and have a wonderful day.